I'm picking up right now that somebody has to watch you from afar. I'm picking up the energy right now that maybe you once cared about this person. You still do care about this person. Because you're nothing but love, as God intended you to be. You know, there is no hate in what happened between whomever y'all had to go through. And it's because of the love that you have and the grace that you give, you understand why people treat you the way that they treat you. You understand why people do the things that they do. And it's that grace. And the reason why you give this grace to other people is the simple fact that you know God does the same for you. And so we're all supposed to be living our best according to God, right? And you, chosen one, you know it's not a game. You know it's not a game. But a lot of people don't take it serious. A lot of people are indeed grudgeful, very grudgeful. People love to hold grudges. People love to say run your name through the mud, maybe. Who am I talking to right now? You know, everything that this person did to you was something that you wouldn't even think twice to ever do, right? You would never think twice to ever do what they did to you. And so now, after you said it was enough, after you had got tired, after you said it was all said and done and you walked away, because the previous message that I put out not too long ago, 2 days ago, couple days ago, that your cutoff game is brutal, because once you're done, you are completely done. And it had to be done. Everything that happened to you was not a mistake at all. You know, everything happens for a reason. And see, don't, you're probably a person who doesn't victimize yourself at all. You don't look at yourself as a victim. But being that you understand that it was all according to the plan that God had for you, because what happened to you meant to happen to be the person that you are today. Am I right? And so this person now has to watch you from afar. And I'm picking up the energy that they truly wish to be in your presence, because it's a blessing to be in your, and not to be on like a high horse, not even coming from a place of in humility. I don't know what's the opposite of humility. I mean, I know pride is the opposite of humility, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. Humbly saying this, let me just say that it's a blessing to be in your presence, because you're a person who typically, you're very selective on who you bring around. You're very social. You're actually very social. And as I said in the previous message, you're an ambivert. So a lot of times you're more on your reserve side, I should say, your reserve aspect of it. And you get a little bit more extroverted once you get comfortable around people, right? But you really stay to yourself. You oftentimes are in solitude, because the comfort of your own self is really where you're most comfortable, right? And you like being alone. But if need be, you can socialize. And so what I mean by that is it's a blessing to be in your presence, because truth be told, you really could be by yourself. But you show up in this love and energy, and this love and energy, it's like a magnet. It's like magnetism. And so maybe this person recognized these good qualities, these good characteristics that was for you. And what happened was that they took that and they wanted to offer themselves. They wanted to control you. Maybe this person you were dealing with was a narcissist, right? A lot of times chosen ones have to deal with narcissists, right? And they took it upon themselves to, when you weren't giving the attention that they wanted, they also desired, they flipped the script because you weren't bending to their will, right? You weren't bending to their will whatsoever. And so they're so used to having control over people, right? And that's not how you roll. You're an independent individual. You don't like to be controlled. To say all the time you're a nonconformist, you don't conform to societal standards. You think for yourself, essentially, is what I'm saying. You don't follow the crowd. And so this person that maybe you had dealt with, they never came across a person like you. So when it's all said and done, and when you did walk away, they left them no choice but to watch you from afar, present day. And maybe they have blocked you on everything, but best believe, because I keep having these dreams. This might be confirmation for somebody. Y'all don't know, I have dreams every night. I have a dream journal. Last night, yet again, past people lurking. Past people are lurking. And what I mean by lurking, lurking your social. Maybe it's not their main account, I'll tell you that. They either are having people who they know still associate with you to get info on you, they relay it back to them. So you got someone who's doing like intermediate work, or they have fake accounts. And they are lurking. They're spying on you. They're still checking on you. And the very fact that they're doing that, it's because they miss you. They care about you. But what they had put out in the world and how they made the people that they gathered together perceive you initially, right? Because now your name's being cleared, I reckon. Maybe people are starting to see that the person who drug your name through the mud, a little bit off, right? Right? Touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. Psalms 105, verse 15. So, God is dealing with them right now. And their lurking is getting more and more persistent. It's getting more and more persistent because your vindication is here. Your vindication is coming about. You might be living in your vindication. Because again, as I said previously, you are in a time where they are in complete awe. The fact that you survived everything that they threw at you, right? Because you shouldn't be here right now. You should not be here, but you're still standing strong. They still are wondering, how did you turn your pain into praise? But there is a God. And if God is for you, who can be against you? Don't matter what trap plans or schemes that the enemy has ensnared for you, laid before you. You got to understand that it's not going to prevail, because every weapon formed against you shall not prosper, and every tongue raised against you in judgment shall be rebuked. Emphasis on that. Isaiah 54:17, emphasis on shall be rebuked. Every tongue raised against you in judgment, because your name was going through it, through the mud, through the through the valleys. You were perceived wrong. And the video that I have TikTok pinned on the top of this page, because it's going on YouTube too. Subscribe to my channel too, link in bio. TikTokers. There's a cognitive dissonance about you. But that is dispelled now. That's over. But yeah, that they have to watch you from afar now. They're eating their own words. They are living in remorse, living in regret, because they did not see you making it this far. Because oftentimes when it comes to people attacking you, when it comes to people slandering you, gossiping about you, the reason why they fail, for one, again, touch not my anointing and do my prophets no harm. You have a heavily protected, heavenly protected. Your protection, your heavenly protection is heavy. That's what I'm trying to say. Heavenly. Sounds the same, but yeah, God is on your side, and there is nothing that they can do. There's nothing they can do to prevent you from succeeding, because what God has already ordained for you, it's already done. It may not be here physically, but it's already here. It's in the spiritual. It has been cooking up in the spiritual, but it hasn't been released. If you aren't already living in your vindication, but I'm telling you right now, it's around the corner. Oh, it's around the corner. Best believe, just hold on. So, this vindication in response to them not being able to be in your presence anymore, there's an influx of love. This vindication, I'm gonna label this, define as vindication. Finances, who am I talking to? Restoration, maybe family restoration, who am I talking to? Maybe somebody has finally came to God, came to Christ. Whoever you may serve. I serve Yeshua, but there's no judgment on anybody else. Yeah. Businesses, ideas, vindicated. See, it is what it ain't. It is what it ain't. And as I said in a previous video, it ain't you laying in the side of the road in a ditch. It ain't you laying in the grave that they digged up for you, in which they're laying in now. Somebody did not know. They thought you were going to cry and whine. Because a lot of times these people do it to themselves. They leave out your life. They will leave your life. Call themselves hurting you, but they did you a favor. You didn't have to do nothing. Oftentimes they'll remove themselves because you're too real. They could not handle you. They couldn't handle you, and that's why you started getting the treatment that you getting. Because one, you're humble, very humble. I think I'm gonna say that for another video. But I love y'all. God bless. And like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new. But yeah, as always, I love you. God bless. And remember, it's impact over influence, baby.